Join me as I take on the challenge of following this advice to see if it can save my marriage, or if it's too late. Marriage is a beautiful thing, but let's be real, it can also be a daunting task. When things start to go wrong, it's easy to feel hopeless, like there's no way out. But what if I told you that there's advice out there that could potentially save your marriage? Would you be willing to give it a shot? One of the biggest challenges couples face in their marriages is communication breakdown. We've all been there. We stop listening to each other, we assume the other person knows how we feel, and suddenly we're like two ships passing in the night. It's like we're speaking different languages. And trust issues, forget about it. Those can be like a cancer to your relationship, eating away at the foundation of your love. Another major hurdle is emotional distance. You know, when you start to feel like you're just roommates instead of lovers, the romance is gone, the spark is dead, and you're left wondering if you'll ever feel that connection again, right? And let's not forget about the resentment that builds when we feel like our partner isn't meeting our needs. It's a toxic cycle that can be incredibly hard to break. There are so many challenges that couples face in their marriages, but the question is, how do we overcome them? Is it even possible to turn things around when they seem so far gone? One piece of advice that I've heard time and time again is the importance of open communication. It sounds so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When we take the time to truly listen to our partner, to understand their needs and desires, it can be like a breath of fresh air to our relationship. Suddenly, we're on the same page again, working towards a common goal. Another piece of advice is to seek therapy. I know that it can be intimidating to think about sitting in a room with a stranger, pouring out your heart and soul, but trust me, it can be a game changer. A therapist can give you the tools you need to communicate effectively, work through past traumas, and build a stronger connection with your partner. And then, there's the importance of spending quality time together. It's easy to get caught up in our busy lives, to let date nights fall by the wayside, and to forget to prioritize our relationship. But when we make time for each other, when we put in the effort to create new memories together, it can be incredibly powerful. I want to share a story with you that really resonated with me. There was a couple who had been married for over 20 years, but they had reached a point where they felt like they were just going through the motions. They didn't know how to get that spark back, that connection that they once had. So they decided to take things into their own hands. They started going on weekly date nights, they started communicating openly and honestly, and they started prioritizing their relationship. At first it was tough. They felt like they were starting from scratch, like they didn't even know each other anymore. But slowly but surely they started to rebuild. They started to remember why they fell in love in the first place. And eventually they got to a point where they felt like they were living their best life together. This couple's story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to turn things around. It's never too late to seek help, to prioritize your relationship, and to work towards a stronger connection with your partner. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? It's that it's never too late to seek help and improve your marriage. Whether you're on the brink of divorce or just feeling like things are a little rocky, there's always hope. Take the advice discussed in this video, implement it into your daily life, and see the positive changes it can bring. Thanks for watching. And if you've got your own story to share about how you turn things around in your marriage, please leave it in the comments below. If you want to learn more about relationship tips and tricks, check out my next video.